Alright, good evening everybody. I got a question on a couple problems here. So I'm going to kind of lead you down that path. First one I got was for number 12, where we have f of 5 equals 20.58 and f of 6 equals 2.94. And for this one, it's important to note that we were told that it's geometric. So we know that there's some multiplication going on from one step to another. So when I think about it as a table, my x values go here, and then my f of x values go here. So when x is 5, then we're looking to see how it goes from 6. We have 20.58, and then I'm multiplying this by some ratio, some common ratio, or some growth, however you want to call it, to 2.94. So how do I figure out what this is? Well, I know since this is geometric, I'm multiplying this by one step to another. Like my general form for a recursive function would be f of x equals f of x minus 1 times my growth. Well, let's figure this out. F of 6 is 2.94. So that's got to equal f of 6 minus 1, so f of 5, which is 20.58 times my g. So I have to divide both sides by 20.58. Forgive my mouse handwriting here. It's a little tough to do on my home computer like that. And so whatever this is would be our growth rate. And so let me see if I can do this real fast. Calculate. So that's 2.94. Whoops. I think I turned my number off. Come on now. 2.94 divided by 20.58. So I know that this is my growth value. Okay? It's not, it's an ugly growth value, don't get me wrong, but that is what it is. That's what it would have to be to make this true. So if I were to take this and multiply it by our stage 6 here, 2.94, I get 0.42, etc., etc. So that's how we do that one. I'll do it again to find your 8. So for 15, it wants us to find f of 3 and f of 0. So to find f of 3, I plug 3 in for n. There's my n. So this is negative 2 cubed, which would be negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2, which would be a negative 8. We would then do it for 0. Negative 2 to the 0 power, well, anything to the 0 power is 1. Now 16 is different. It doesn't have the parentheses. So remember, whenever we don't have the parentheses, we have to raise 2 to the n power first, then make it negative. So this is 2 to the n power. So 2 cubed, which is 8, made negative is negative 8. But then 0, 2 to the 0 power, 2 to the 0 power is 1. And then we make it negative. So this becomes negative 1. This is an order of operations issue. This negative is viewed as a multiplication onto that 2, so we have to do exponents first. PEMDAS. Boom. So that's the difference between them. Those parentheses are telling us two different things. This is telling us to apply the n power to the 2. This is telling us to apply the n power to the negative 2. And then finally for this one, all we do is we take whatever our value is and plug it in for n. So f of 5 will be 3 plus 4 times 5 minus 1. Okay? Parentheses. 3 plus 4 times 4. Okay? Multiplication. 3 plus 16. Addition. 19. Okay, and then you do the same thing for 0 to figure that out. So I hope that helps you. That's how we do those problems. Forgive my sloppy mouse handwriting at home. It's not exactly the easiest thing to do without a camera to record it, but I hope that at least helps you with those troublesome problems.